Gotham looking to drive down the field with Batman, and he's almost intercepted. That could have been just the opposite of what he was looking for. Almost picked off by number 36, an undrafted and apparently unnamed player. Hard to find on Tim's team. He has a lot of players that he's named in addition to the players that he drafted. But now it's 2nd and 10. It's a tie football game. Batman and Bo Jackson have been willing their team to stay in this one at home. Batman under pressure, a screen for Bo, and a miscommunication or something there. It doesn't happen. It's 3rd and 10, 28 seconds to go. And you still have to be careful if you're Gotham about Constantinople coming back and winning this one in regulation. We're tied at 28. Again, this is just the last few minutes. Highlights of the rest of the game will follow. He holds it forever. I guess he had the time if he wanted it. And Constantinople did not stop the clock, but Gotham does not run it out. They didn't have a timeout. It's going to be returned. Not too much. Number 26, Flavius Heraclius, the running back who's had some big plays today. So Constantinople's got a timeout. They can go over the middle if they want. In the pistol, it's Basil Bulgatorius coming in for the injured doctor today, the best backup QB in the league. Oh, it's dropped! That would have been field goal range for the victory, but Justinian Rhinotakis, I believe I pronounced that wrong. I need to get Tim to record with us to correct this. Basil, one last shot to win it. He's bumped but not tackled. He flings it towards the end zone, and it's through the hands. We are going into overtime. Constantinople and Gotham. It was quite the journey to get here. I'm not going to spoil any of the surprise because you're going to have to watch this to its conclusion first, but there were some shocking, absolutely shocking plays made in regulation. You'll have to stick around through the conclusion for that. As they come out in the Maryland eye and they give us to Bo Jackson, who is tired, and there's guys getting off their blocks. Number 54, Alexis Merkficelis. I've got Merziphilis, I think. Z. I can't read my own handwriting, and it's Byzantine names, too. Again, out of the Maryland eye, a nice little pitch there to Bo Jackson, but not much, and now it's 3rd and 9. Gotham does not have the best field goal unit ever. And the ball's just shy of the 24-yard line. The doctor in the shotgun, or excuse me, that's Batman in the shotgun. The doctor's injured today. And it falls incomplete, so they're going to have to rely on the kicking unit to try to get things done. It's not going to be an easy one, about 43 yards. And the kick is good. So Gotham gives themselves a chance. I wasn't sure from the side angle, but it was a pretty true kick, a little to the right. But it went in, so now it's college overtime. So Constantinople can score a touchdown to win, a field goal to prolong, or if they do not score, they lose. Basil, the backup, having to be utilized. Going for it all, complete 1st and goal. Constantinople a mere 5 yards away from coming away with a victory here today. And it's a great route by Edward Elric, one of the receivers that Tim drafted. Just not fair that he gets to have Elric on top of some of the other talent he has. Although the receivers, Elric is most of it. He had to reset QBs, running backs, and receivers, so Elric is a big option for him. It's 1st and goal from the 3. Constantinople will win with a touchdown. They hand it off up the middle, bounding into the end zone. That's going to be the game, folks. Flavius Heraclius, been unstoppable all game long. And Constantinople comes away with it. Gotham had no business being in this game anyway. And Constantinople now in technically what became their opener. It wasn't intended to be, but it kind of became that. I wanted to get the schedule to work out the way I wanted it to, so they looked pretty good. I don't know if Gotham's a good measuring stick, but that it looks like them and Mandalore have to be considered the favorites, though we still haven't seen Macho Madness. They will open up on a commentary to be recorded Wednesday night. That'll come out Thursday. This broadcast is going to be posted sometime before that on Wednesday. But Gotham with loss. There's Heraclius' game of the week performance. As you can see, there's still a bit to go in this video, and that's because I'm going to have to tell you the story of how this game got to the point that it did down the stretch. There's one of those plays. I better skip this so it doesn't give anything more away. But we will be covering that just after this. But as you can see, you got the main part, the end of the game, and the result, the Constantinople victory. So stick around just a second more, and we'll get you the game recap. So let's have a look at the highlights for this game. There were a lot of them to get to the point that we did with Constantinople, a big victory in this one. Looking at the first quarter, a 14-yard rush by Bo Jackson was a highlight, as Gotham was looking good early on. Wasn't sure just how good Constantinople was going to be, but that was a good beginning to the drive. Justinian Sabatius with the nice hit there. And then Batman hitting Hannibal Lecter when faced with a third down. So that was a pretty big play. Hannibal is about all that Gotham has at the receiver position, and that got the first down. Jackson a couple rushes, and then the TD was Batman to Lecter for 27 yards for the touchdown, and Gotham was up 7-0. Then Constantinople took over, and an INT TD from Bulgatorius, who, if you didn't catch it during the broadcast, was in for the injured Doctor Who. Number 24 Porter, reminiscent of the Super Bowl with Manning, returning it for the touchdown, and it was 14-0 Constantinople, or excuse me, Gotham. 14-0 Gotham. Constantinople gets the ball back, Bulgatorius to Valerius, moving the ball down the field, a 34-yard pass to Valerius. Eventually, they settle for a Willy Wonka field goal. It's 14-3, Batman. This completion to Lecter keeps the drive alive. He really relies heavily on Lecter, his only drafted offensive player outside of the running back Bo Jackson and Chewbacca. 6-yard run by Jackson, but then he goes backwards. Then Batman hits Lindsay for 14 yards. The drive does eventually stall, though. Constantinople bringing heavy doses of Heraclius in the running game. Then Bulgaraktanis, there. Now I'll start pronouncing it a little better. Bulgaraktanis leads them to a missed field goal by Wonka. Gotham gets the ball back, punt, lots of punting and such. Wonka gets a field goal. On the next drive, Batman moves them down the field quite a bit, but after a sack, Nolan misses the field goal, and that was 14-6 Gotham at the break. So then Constantinople had reason to be feeling good. Bulgaraktanis passes to Rhino Tomatis for 27 yards. Bulgaraktanis kind of settling into his groove. He hits Heraclius here for the touchdown. Or excuse me, he hands it to Heraclius. So Heraclius continuing his romp. The 2-point conversion was good, and we were tied at 14. Batman and company taken over. Batman hits Lecter for 51 yards on this nice play. Batman actually rolls out to the right side and finds Lecter. A great rapport there, but they fumble it away on the very next play. Constantinople goes to Heraclius. Bulgaraktanis to Valerius for 24 yards. After a sack, they get it back to Heraclius, who takes it off tackle. A very nice move there. Some tough running from him throughout the game for the touchdown. And just like that, Constantinople is ahead, and Gotham looks like they're only staying in it by flukes. Well, Another fluke was yet to come. I wish we had this on tape, but it's probably the first ever return by a quarterback for a touchdown, unless maybe Chandler Harnish did it in high school. Batman returns the kickoff, 103 yards for a touchdown. Apparently, he just gets up and says, I'm taking that ball, even though I'm a quarterback, because I'm Batman. And he gets the touchdown. So, with that, it was back tied up at 21 yet again. Bulgaroc-Tanis hitting Valerius on this third down connection for the first as Constantinople got another drive started looking to take the lead with it tied at 21. We head into the fourth quarter. Bulgaroc-Tanis passing to Elric, then Heraclius getting it going again on the ground. Such a balanced attack today from Constantinople. Look at that, breaking a couple tackles on into the end zone, and Constantinople retakes the lead. Batman, a couple rushes, a couple penalties. They move down the field, but then a big sack with pressure on the play. This kills the drive on third down. Batman, just nobody home, gets sacked. Constantinople with a chance to put this game away. They were up 28-21, but an incomplete pass, and Gotham gets the ball. Batman hits Roth for 25 right here to start off the play. And remember, Gotham's down 28-21 at this point, about 2.5 minutes to go. So they're airing it out. Roth on the catch. Then Bo Jackson for 5. Then a 5-yard rush by Jackson. Then another third down conversion, this to Rollins to keep this drive going. Batman looking to craft a game-tying drive. Rollins with the catch. An incomplete pass for Lecter, and then Bo Jackson out in the slot. Batman finds him deep, all alone in the back of the end zone. The extra point is good. Constantinople then took over. An incomplete pass, and then a pass to the receiver. Number 80 there with a tough catch, Rhino Tomatis. A sack, though, would set back the attempted winning drive. Andre the Giant getting penetration in the middle, the only drafted player on the Gotham defense making some noise, an incomplete pass, and then a punt. And that's where we left you with Gotham taking over the ball. They were unable to convert, and things went into overtime. So a look at the stats. Batman, 13 of 20, 287 yards, 65% completion percentage. Rushing not so good because of all the sacks. Bo Jackson also had trouble running, a testament to the Constantinople defense. For Constantinople, Heraclius, 157 yards rushing on 29 carries, a truly dominant effort. Bulgaroc-Tanis had the pick, but otherwise a pretty efficient day in relief of Doctor Who will be back fresh, Doctor Who that is, to start the season for Constantinople. And the Byzantines getting a tough and much needed win. Gotham almost got a fluke win off of them, but they start off play with a victory going into that big matchup with Mobile in the Bama Bowl. So thank you for listening to these highlights, and I look forward to chatting with you guys soon.